Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabanso, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. We'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty serious show. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to hit all notifications to be notified the second we publish our content. And also, we got a special Dreamers Pro survey that we're going to be running that I want you guys to check, that we have pinned in the comment section below. And also, you have an opportunity to win special prizes. So make sure you check that out. We have that pinned in the comments below. Let me get into this topic here. The playoffs are about to start, right? The playoffs are about to start. They're kicking off on Saturday. And then for me, it is something that's very exciting because now we're going to have a chance to really get to the most fun part of an NBA season, and I've been looking forward to it all season long because of how last year ended. Last year, the Clippers were facing against the Phoenix Suns without Paul George, and going into that series, most people were picking the Phoenix Suns to win that series. But after the first game and the 38 points and the show that Kawhi Leonard put on, he put the league on notice like this could arguably be the best player in this tournament. And then game 2, he scored 30. And then after that, all of a sudden, we heard that Kawhi Leonard is going to be out. And it was devastating to a lot of Clipper fans and Kawhi Leonard fans. So this year, Kawhi Leonard came in with a renewed focus. He was playing almost all the games. He did miss some games here and there, but for the most part, he was available and he played 65-plus games. But towards the final 8 games of the season, we didn't see Kawhi Leonard in the lineup. And I thought, okay, maybe something happened and maybe they're just kind of working on him. But it's because it's happened before in the season where he missed about 4 or 5 games. But this one, he was out for an extended period of time. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And if you know anything about the Clippers organization, they're very tight-lipped about this type of news. They seldom let any of this news come out. And as time drew closer and closer, I began to speculate. I'm like, hold on. Is Kawhi Leonard injured? Is there a possibility that this guy could potentially not be available for the playoffs? And as we're shooting this show, we just got news that Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to be missing the first 2 games of the first round series that he's going to be in. So I was like, what's going on here? So I started to do some research last night, and I came across an article via SportsIllustrated.com that was actually giving an update on Kawhi Leonard's injury. And I actually then came up upon, they were linking a video of Adrian Wojnarowski from ESPN, who was speaking to Malika Andrews, who was essentially giving the update on Kawhi Leonard's status. So what we want to do is want to play exactly what Adrian Wojnarowski had to say to Malika Andrews on Kawhi Leonard's availability. Then we're going to come back and really get into the show. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
But how worried are the Clippers approaching the postseason, knowing he's missed the last several games?
Well, 8 straight games for Kawhi Leonard, including today, out with that right knee inflammation. And Malika, in the past, there's always some mystery around Kawhi Leonard injuries, that sometimes they turn out to be worse than perhaps first described. I'm told that is not the case here.
Okay.
This is right knee inflammation on the same knee that just in the past few years he had meniscus surgery on, he had ACL surgery on, and then this season he's played 68 games, the most he's played since the 2016-17 season. They have to quell that inflammation. He's been out 8 games. They've got the week to continue to give him that treatment to get him back. Obviously, the Clippers, headed for that first round matchup with Dallas, who's perhaps the hottest team in the league over the last couple months. They need a healthy Kawhi Leonard in that series.
They absolutely need a healthy Kawhi, not just in that series, but in order to make the deep postseason run that this team was built to do.
So you heard what Adrian Wojnarowski had to say there. What are my thoughts on this? First of all, I'm just going to give you guys my general sentiment about the situation. In my heart, I think Kawhi Leonard is going to be available for Game 1. I think that he's going to be available for the playoffs. I think he's going to be just fine, given the fact that he has had about 3 weeks off. He's had about 8. They said he missed about 8 games. So 8 games, you're playing, let's say, 4 games a week. That's 2 weeks plus the initial buildup, because this week there's going to be the play-in tournament. So Kawhi Leonard is probably going to be out for a total of 3 weeks to nurse his knee, and I think that's going to be an ample amount of time. If he were not to play in Game 1, I would be stunned. And I'm going to get to what I think about that, if that would be the case. But I'd be stunned. I think he's going to be personally available based on some of the things I've been hearing from the Clippers coaches like Ty Lue and their assistant head coach who coached their last game of the season. They seem to be very, very confident and, dare I say, eager. Eager is the word I'm going to use to play against the Dallas Mavericks, a team in which I believe the majority of people out there are saying that the Dallas Mavericks are going to basically get the Clippers in round one these playoffs. But personally, I believe that he's going to be available. Now, in the case that Kawhi Leonard is not available, then all bets are off. I don't believe the Clippers have any chance of winning anything if Kawhi Leonard is injured. I'm going to give the Clippers the same level of confidence I would give the Denver Nuggets if they were missing Nikola Jokic. Or I'd give the Milwaukee Bucks if they were missing Giannis Antetokounmpo. Or I'd give the Lakers if they were missing Anthony Davis. Or I'd give the Dallas Mavericks if they were missing Luka Doncic. I'm going to give them that same benefit of the doubt because for whatever reason, people want it to be, no, you picked the Clippers because some of these guys are just being silly. They're just being silly. They're just people that want to see me in pain. Like, oh, look, you pick them. People are going to be stupid. If it's their team and they're missing their best player, we didn't have them. But if it's your team and they miss their best player, but you were talking all that. That's how people are, right? And I understand that. And that's why I'm referring to them that way. Listen, if Kawhi is not available, the Clippers have no chance. And that goes for every single team that's missing their best player. The best player is not available. You have no chance. If Kobe was unavailable for the Lakers when they were playing in the playoff, they would have no chance. So, to me, that's a general sentiment. But I do think that he's going to be available. This is a series that I'm deeply, deeply looking forward to. I know a good amount of people are saying Kawhi Leonard and they're going to get that work. If Kawhi Leonard and these boys are 100% healthy, let's see where the chips fall. I think he's going to be the best player in the series. The other people are going to say otherwise. We shall see. We shall definitely see. But to me, I think he's going to be available. I think all of their guys are going to be ready. I think Ty Lue and his coaching staff are going to be ready. And I think we're going to watch a really, really fun series. Now, in terms of predictions, I don't really have one. It's been hard to have a prediction with this news of Kawhi Leonard's injury status being unclear. If he is injured, then I'm going to give Dallas Mavericks the opportunity to. I'm going to say that the Dallas Mavericks are going to win that series. The Clippers had beaten them 2 out of the 3 times that they met this season, but this was all last year, meaning they took place before the Clippers could actually play them with their new and improved roster. But we'll have to see. But for now, I think he's going to be available. I think that the Clippers are just being extremely cautious, which they should be. And if it means that they're going to shut him down for the last 3 weeks of the season, so be it, right? He's going to have a lot of rest, and I don't think it's anything crazy. But then again, if it were something like that to happen, I'd definitely be shocked. So the question I have for you guys are twofold. Number one, do you think Kawhi Leonard will be available for the Clippers this playoffs? That's number one. And number two, if he is available, what chance do you give the Clippers of beating the Dallas Mavericks this in the first round? Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments, and we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.